Throwing on 2nd and 8. Bridgewater. And he fires one that's intercepted. Trevor Williams with a pick. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their own 44. After the interception, here's Trubisky. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Panther touchdown. Graham Gano on for the extra point. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
Watch the out.
Lock in.
54.
Hey, Alpha.
Check. Watch 54. Watch the run.
Hey, watch Sam. Check Mike, 54.
Back to the air, Trubisky after the pick 6. And he completes it to Cohen. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Now it's Trubisky. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. After that sack we just saw, Trubisky and the Bears deal with a 3rd and long.
18.
Mike 5-4.
Now Trubisky on 3rd and long. Looking downfield, and that's caught right side. He's got his man. It's the first time that they've looked his way tonight, and he comes up with a 1st down on the play. They'll run with a 3rd-year man. This is Tariq Cohen. 1st down for the Bears, a gain of 15.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Hey, watch. Hey, 18. Hey, wahoo.
Don't get nervous now. We ain't beginning to tear you up.
Now Trubisky to throw. He's going to air one out. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done. Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid game. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Mike 5-4. Watch the pass.
Ran, Tom. Hey, high 7.
Mike's 54. Here we go. Motion. 54's Mike.
Hey, alert.
54.
Trubisky now to throw on 3rd down. And Robinson with a big catch. A Chicago 1st down. The former Jag, Allen Robinson, on the catch from Trubisky. They'll throw on 1st down with Trubisky. That is caught by Cohen. 6 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it a second down. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Now it's Trubisky, and he'll get it down this time to the 17. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Trubisky will come up here 1st and 10, and he's 5 for 6 now throwing the ball on this drive.
Let's get off the field. Let's get up.
From the red zone now, here's Trubisky on 1st down. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. From 17 yards out, as his guys can now take the lead with the extra point. The extra point up and good. And they take the lead here at 7-6. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. This one taken from the 7. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. On 1st and 10, Bridgewater. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. And their inaugural sack of the game coming from an unlikely source.
You mean it wasn't a linebacker? It wasn't a defensive end?
It was somebody like you.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah, that's a surprise for the offense. That's not what they normally get when they think about pressure.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes his quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on error.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. That's sacked by Khalil Mack.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long. Why are you calling play action?
Because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking. But to me, it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and it leads to a play action sack. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive, that culminating touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. From up near the 40 now after the big play to start, here's another 1st and 10. Now Trubisky going to give this to Montgomery. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Buzz, be ready, be ready. 54 is Mike, 54 is Mike. Check, watch 54, watch 54.
Alert, 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 alert.
Back to you.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Trubisky. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. After one, a 1-point game, 7-6. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10, down at the 33. A first throw for the backup Foles. They'll set up the screen to Montgomery. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still ended up with a solid game.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. On 2nd down, Montgomery. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Alert, alert! Alert, alert! Hey, Charlie!
They're running it. Mike's 43. Mike's 43. Ready?
3rd and 2. Now Trubisky going for it all. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. That is the first time that they've targeted him that he has not come down with a catch.
He's caught everything that's been thrown his way, a dominant pass receiver that can break down any defense because when he's doing that kind of work, it really hurts you on the back end.
And even though it's an incompletion there, I think they're going back to that well. The field goal unit's going to stay put on the sideline. They're going to go on 4th down here. They'll try and throw for it with Trubisky. And my goodness, this is incomplete. The Bears tried it on 4th down, unable to convert. And the Panthers will get the football back. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first 2 drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? Turnover, you just noted it.
Punt's better than the turnover.
The punt is better on the second one. Now they're hoping to turn into first downs and hopefully points.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 27-yard line.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now it's the backup Greer. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Give the sack to Barkevious Mingo, the former number 6 pick.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Here we go.
The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for 3rd down.
Let's go. Mike 38. Let's put him on the buses. Let's put him ready.
And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. He finds Roberts, complete. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. Back in the first quarter, you said it, they need to avoid the big play, but he just got a big one right there.
You can't relax. You know, we talked about in the first quarter, but as the game progresses, still opportunities, and he took advantage of one there.
A toss here to Scarlett. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Call that a very strong gain of 24. Running with the fullback, Alex Arma. He will push his way down to about the 14. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. On 2nd and 7, Greer. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Danny Trevathan. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. First week of the preseason, probably not the pass, the impression that the rookie wants to leave right there.
Yeah, no probably about it, because that's not what you want to do to try and impress your new coaching staff, try to impress your locker room, and most importantly, yourself. Probably spent all night last night saying, don't throw an interception early. Make sure you take care of the football. But now he's got it out of the way. Hopefully he can just settle in and move on.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Hey, exit.
Hey, watch the ball, watch the ball.
Throwing here, Trubisky. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. It's a gain of 22 as we tick towards the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
180.
I got one. Check.
Alert.
Under 10.
Check four.
Back to the ground, this time Montgomery. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half.
54. Hey, we're pretty quiet, D. We're pretty quiet.
A play fake to Montgomery. Now Trubisky. He'll let it fly in the direction again. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Under a minute to play here in the half. Time for a late drive?
It makes sense when you think about it. Hey, try and get a field goal. Give yourself a lead going into the half. But if you're going to do this, you better have supreme trust in your quarterback. Supreme trust in the guy's going to handle the football. Because if you turn it over here, not only do you go in down at the half, you've given the momentum squarely to your opponent.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Greer. He's got it. Complete. Mike Davis. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. Greer now 3 out of 5 since taking over as he's given his guys a first down. Now a first down throw. Greer looking for his running back, and he's got him. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. Six yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Greer throwing again. Letting one fly deep for Cooper. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 22. And his guys have got it back look at the closing stages of the first half. Intended that time for Cooper. Second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on, his teammates going to check on it, because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40.
Switch!
Alert, 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 alert. Blue.
They snap it at 1. Now it's Trubisky. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And that is no good. He gave it a good run. That wasn't more than a foot or so wide to the left. So we have reached halftime in our first preseason matchup of the year as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, probably not likely to see many starters in the second half as we get back at it underway in this preseason opener. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They have the lead now. They'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
54's Mike. Check. Watch 54. It's just me and you. It's just nothing.
To throw again on second down. Trubisky. Quick hitter here. It's complete. That one a first down pickup of 8.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
Lock in.
54, right there. 54, Mike.
Smooth.
Mike spot 4. Here we go, D. Get off the field.
Blue. Hey, Foxtrot.
They just do get the play off as he'll look to throw. That's complete to the Memphis man, Anthony Miller. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. A good pickup, 17 yards and a Bear first down.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Now let's see who this is on. He was trying to find Anthony Miller there.
18.
On 1st and 10, it's Trubisky. Caught by Montgomery. The Bears on the move. They've got another first down. Trubisky will come up here 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive.
1st and 10.
Looking to throw again, Trubisky. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
Ringo.
Hey, 18. Bravo.
43. Check, 43. I got you.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Trubisky. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. After that sack we just saw, Trubisky and the Bears deal with a 3rd and long.
Come on, D. 43 is the mark.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Trubisky. And he finds Montgomery complete. And that's not going to get it done. He'll come up well short of the 1st at about the 21. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th.
That's certainly playing down and distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
Trubisky and the troops staying out there. They will go for it.
Defense, our time. It's our time.
Hey, alert. 18.
Motion.
They're going on 4th down. It's Trubisky. And that is going to be incomplete. The Bears tried it on 4th down, unable to convert. And the Panthers will get the football back. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Now that's the defense that they were looking for, being able to get extra bodies to the point of attack to deal with the big guy carrying the ball. You really don't want to be in a position where it's a one-on-one tackle with him.
Hey, D-line, let's get in there.
From the 24, Greer. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Throwing on 3rd down, Greer. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this goal?
I don't think it changes much.
He's got him in, complete. A good pickup there, 26 yards. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. From the shotgun is Trubisky. He'll find Miller. That's complete. A gain there of 12 yards and a 1st down for the Bears.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
Me and you all day. All day. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Red, up. Hey, orbit.
Now on 2nd and 13. Trubisky, he'll let this go for the end zone. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
Sometimes we wonder about play calls, but this one made perfect sense to me. He's got the only touchdown that they've scored in this game. Tried to get it to him again on another deep ball.
Watch 32, watch 32. Watch tight end, watch tight end. Tight right, tight right.
Now Trubisky on 3rd and long. Finds his target, Montgomery. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. And a big 32-yard play on 3rd. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Montgomery back to the ground. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
At the 12-yard line.
Red, up.
Out of the gun, Trubisky. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. Back now at Soldier Field. And we've got a dandy here. A 1-point game as we begin the 4th. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. From the gun, it's Trubisky. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. So decision time now, because a field goal keeps it a 1-score game. What are you thinking?
Well, I'm looking at the down and distance, and that's where the issue comes in. It's not short enough that it's a no-brainer and you go for it. You have to analyze this one. To me, you take the field goal, take the points. I don't think you want to risk coming away with nothing.
So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down.
Ready, set.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing in a big spot, the rookie Greer. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Give him 15 there, and the Panthers have a first down.
First down, Carolina.
Greer now. 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Now Scarlett. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. This is Scarlett on the carry. And he's got the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 49. Officially a gain of just a yard there, but they do convert on 3rd and inches.
First down.
Got it.
59 Mike. Check, 59. Here we go.
Off play action, Greer. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. A big play there for the Panthers. 49 yards.
Ready, ready.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal.
Don't be scared. Get it.
Try to power it in with Arma. And he takes it into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown. It's the fullback taking it in. And the Panthers are going to jump back in front. This time, the extra point up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful.
Bears 10.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. This one taken from the 7. Fighting through, and he's got space. He's at the 40, the 20, 10. Touchdown, Chicago. A 93-yard kickoff return. And the Bears have once again taken the lead. They had just lost the lead. That deficit sure didn't take long to erase. They return the ensuing kickoff for a touchdown.
Love the thunderbolt that just came out of that one that puts them in the end zone and back in the lead. Your only question, your defense just gave up a score that put you behind. Will that score you just added on the board, will it energize them? Or do they have to go back out there and they're a tired unit? We'll soon see.
On the ready.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 30-yard line.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Here's Greer now on 2nd down. He gets this into the hands of Kirkwood. That's a gain of 4 as we slip inside of 4 minutes left in regulation. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Officially a gain of just a yard there, but they do convert on 3rd and inches. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, Greer. Roberts got it. That'll be a pickup of 4 as they work with his 4-point fourth-quarter lead. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Here's Greer. The catch made by Pharaoh Cooper. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. Give him 10 there, good enough for a Panther first down. Greer now, 9 of 16 through the air as he's got it 1st and 10. On 1st down, it's Greer. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Markevius Mingo able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening.
It's 2nd down.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Now a desperation throw deep downfield, and that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the second quarter, he may very well run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
My man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
He's going to let it fly. It's caught inside the 25. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down. Well, they did the part they had to do. Quick throw got the first down.
But that doesn't allow them to relax. They still have plenty of work to do.
They'll look to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by the former first-rounder, Artie Burns. And he will bring this across midfield to the 49-yard line. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's the guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield, incomplete.
43 is the mark. 43 is the mark.
Trubisky to throw. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
Well, the great coach has said football is really a simple game. Rush theirs, protect yours. And he's talking about those guys throwing the football. In this situation, the rush one, hitting the quarterback and forcing him into an incompletion.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, y'all. Let's make these babies cry all the way back home.
43 is the mic. 43 is the mic. I hope you brought your lunch because I'm about to take you to school.
Now it's Trubisky. He's going to air one out. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's fourth down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket.
It comes to me, it's me. 43 is the mic. 43 is the mic.
Hey, let's get in that hole.
43 is the mic.
They'll try and throw for it with Trubisky. And no, it's incomplete. The Bears tried it on fourth down, unable to convert. And this defense will take over right near midfield at the 49-yard line. Good starting field position for them here as they come up first and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. The intended target, Mike Davis. And it's second down. That would have been a tough catch, but in this 2-minute drill, those are the ones you really hope your guys come up with.
Yeah, you don't want your guy to be able to take the out because it was a tough catch. You needed him to come up with that one because if he does, it alters the perspective of this 2-minute drill, doesn't it?
Now Greer. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game. Greer now to throw. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the fourth. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. Out to Roberts here on the quick pass. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Seth Roberts with time running out. And they have taken the lead here in the final minute. Gano the extra point, and it would appear, barring some late heroics, they're going to get out of here with a come-from-behind victory. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. This one taken from the 7. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. So you're right there, but obviously the clock is not your friend. How do you handle this situation?
You're thinking 2 plays. One, to get yourself in position for the second one, whether you're able to get into field goal range or you have to try another deep pass, another Hail Mary. But you're trying to get the first one to a receiver, get out of bounds, and give yourself a chance to set things up for an easier shot at it.
We'll see if they can do it. Might be easier said than done. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Hey, team 6. Team 6. Hey, what's the ball?
Mike check 33. 33.
Here's Trubisky. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. A costly sack. They'll have to use a timeout here. And barring a defensive penalty, they'll be looking at one final play. After that sack we just saw, Trubisky and the Bears deal with a 3rd and long. One last shot for Trubisky. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. Well, we saw a close game that kept us on the edge of our seats down to that final whistle. And right before that final whistle, defense with one last exclamation mark there, getting the sack to end it.
I love how you phrased it, because we were waiting to see what would happen. Obviously, we thought something would happen downfield. Instead, it happens in the offensive backfield, and that's your ball game.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say good night from Chicago.